So here we are for your Sunday video, and today we are in George's Way in Liverpool city centre, right by the River Mersey, and today we're going to head on down the Queens Tunnel. This is the original boring hall right by here, and there were ticket offices around the place. So today we're going to go on a tour and we're going to head down underneath the River Mersey. I literally just got out the shower and I'm kind of telling myself whether that was a good thing to do or not, because it is quite cold out, it's quite brisk. But we're just here on the they call it the Pier Head. So just by here you got you got Simpson's Church, and if I pan the camera around a little bit more, you will see the Liver building just peeking out by here. As you can see, the Liver bird right up the top there. So the three buildings behind me are called the Three Graces, 1, 2 and 3 right by here. So I'm probably going to do a specific video on the Liverpool seafront another time for you, because today we'll probably spend most of this video underground and checking out some of the original stuff that was here, which the public don't get to see. So this is amazing how this is the original borehole that goes under the River Mersey with a cap on the top. So there's two tunnels in Liverpool. You've got the Queens and you've got the Kings. The Queens Tunnel was opened... No, I think the Kings Tunnel was opened first, I'm not sure, but I'll put some pictures on screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So this place here is heavily security as well. There's security everywhere here. And then just down here, behind the buildings, is Albert Docks, which also has a lot of security, a lot of undercover security as well. So these buildings are very prestigious to Liverpool. They're made out of limestone, self-cleaning limestone blocks. So this style of architecture was kind of pioneered here in Liverpool itself. And then when New York started to get built up a lot more, they started taking a lot of the building techniques from this city to build New York. And you can kind of see the New York vibe in these buildings, especially the older New York vibe. So we've got about 30 minutes until the tour guide starts, or the tour guide arrives. They do say to meet here specifically on the website, which I purchased the ticket yesterday as well. So I was quite lucky to get that. But I might show you the Pier Head quite quickly, because I've got 30 minutes to burn. So let's just walk down there. There's actually a Christmas fair going on down there as well. Another Christmas fair, which is external to the one actually going on in the Liverpool city centre right opposite Lime Street Station. But let's go down the Pier Head for 10 minutes and then come back here, and hopefully the tour guide will be looking for me and other people. Or maybe it might just be me on the little... might just be me on this tour, which would be amazing. So right above us there we got the Beatles statue, which is one of the most photographed statues in the world. And then just by here we've got the Three Graces. We've got one here, and then just behind the tree here you've got the world famous Liver building. So there's the Liver building right there. I've been living in Liverpool for 10 years. I'm still taken back every time I come down the Pier Head right here. So this is the Museum of Liverpool Life right there, with the there's a memorial just down by here, which is a tribute to those who died in the Titanic disaster. Look at the moon out. This is the ferry across the Mersey terminal, and then further up you got the Isle of Man terminal, and just before that you got the International Cruise Ferry terminal. So we've had like all sorts of the Queen Mary 1, 2, the Queen Elizabeth, the Disney ship, all sorts of the MSCs, the Nordic cruise ships, all sorts of stuff down here. So yeah, it's gonna get dark in a minute, and I'm pretty sure it might get dark down the tunnel, so I hope this video comes out okay for you. When I experimented with the night mode on here, I actually thought that the standard mode on here is better than the super night mode, so I might just leave this camera in normal mode. And again, Liverpool has some of the most amazing sunsets. We've missed the sunset, but you do get some amazing purple hues and all sorts of colours going on here. I can see a plane there in the distance, probably going to Dublin. Takes about 15 minutes to get to Dublin if you're quick enough. Right, so we've got about 20 minutes left until we have to be back over there, so I'll just give you one little tour. Well, a little pan around the Pier Head right here. But we will come down here one day and do a Pier Head specific video, which I'll show you the different terminals, the brand new Isle of Man terminal. Maybe Albert Docks as well. The thing about Liverpool, Liverpudlians are quite wild in my opinion, though they are nice. So sometimes walking around with a camera, you might bump into someone who wants to be really loud on your camera. Yeah. Liverpool, the Museum of Liverpool Life. That's called Man Island. Not sure where this one is. Not sure where this one is. The Liver building. Downstairs here you got a mini sort of like Beatles museum. Upstairs you got a Thai restaurant. But yeah, I'll see you back when the tour starts. Hopefully they'll let me film it as well. Otherwise this video is going to be rather short for you lot. Anyway, catch you when we're back. So if you're looking to do a tour in Liverpool, you can get your tickets down here at the Pier Head also. This bus does stop at different points around the city, but this is a good start and stop location if you want to do the tour. And they also do open top. They've actually increased the prices quite a bit. I think it was like £16 when I first come to Liverpool. We're looking at 20 quid there for an adult, which is it's a bit on the pricey side. Last time I did a tour like this is when I was in Belfast, because I was only there for one day, so I was like, screw it, to see as much of the city as possible. That's before I was vlogging on this channel. So yeah, it's got the different, gives you 20% off at different places too. So Nova Scotia's pretty good, and they do amazing roast dinners on Sundays. Anyway, let's get our answers to the tour. So here we are, just passing Man Island. This is usually a bunch of software companies there and individuals working on their sole trader projects. And just in front here, they call this the Streaky Bacon building, which is the HQ for the White Star Liner, which is based here in Liverpool, with offices also in Belfast. And let's just prove a misconception. The Titanic never came to Liverpool. It was built in Belfast and it was commissioned in Southampton. It never actually came here, but the HQ is right there. So just from observation, I noticed this camera's really bright. It's darker than what the camera's recording, which is a cool thing. So yeah, I'm assuming these lot are waiting for the tour, so let's go and find out.
Your mummy wants to go to Alaska.
Oh wow. Who's got to wear the Evertonian one? Right. Already? Ah.
Alright, want to talk over the end.
Don't knock both.
Scary, always paper.
Oh.
Before we start.
There you go. I'm a big fan of
What we want to do.
It's all been spoiled then by YouTube.
I still remember
Into the underside of the road deck to allow the fresh air to come out either side. Same again, just help force the dirty car fumes out. Then eventually we're going to end up in this space here called Central Avenue underneath the middle two lanes of this tunnel. And that is where our safety refuges are housed. So if you've been through this tunnel, you'll have seen big green box structures on the side. They're the entrances to our safety refuges, which are housed underneath the road deck of this tunnel. The Kingsway Tunnel is completely different, and we'll talk about that a bit later on.
Would you like a firefighter?
Right.
Thank you. Oh wow.
They're a couple of chaps, don't they?
I want to tell you what we did, what they did in here. One of the things they did was the CCTV. Checked it. They come down by the crown right down. That way you look into the river. On the other side you see the brick building with Woodside. Another one Sydney Street's a little bit further back. And then there's another branch exit in Pier Head. And that's no clue.
For the older ones on the tour.
Get your armbands on.
Yeah, we've got armbands and floats for the over 70s. Yeah. Do the alternative route.
Imagine trying to watch 950 cameras on that screen. Almost impossible. So that's why they went to that control room on the first floor with the police. And they've got a panel, probably that size, full of television screens for both tunnels. So the police can actually see you coming into the tunnel, approaching the tunnel, coming into the tunnel, through the tunnel, and coming out. They're not looking for speed so much, they just want to keep the tunnel moving. Who remembers the King's Cross rail disaster? Terrible fire, a lot of people died in that disaster. Because of that disaster, all tunnels had to be reviewed. And they came here and they said, this has got 6 ventilation stations, 5 are working, but 6 ventilation stations. So we've got plenty of capacity to suck out the fumes out of this tunnel. Whereas Kingsway is 1 big ventilation station in Liverpool, 1 big ventilation station in Seacombe. So there's a fire in the middle of the tunnel, it's going to take ages for the fans to drag those fumes out. So because of that, every tunnel was reviewed and they said, you need these jet fans. So if you've been through the Kingsway, you might have seen jet fans in the Kingsway, in the ceiling. And what they do is the biggest killer in a tunnel, it's not so much the flames and the heat, it's the smoke. So what they do is drag the smoke up and then they force it very quickly to the landside fans. And this area here, this was put in after that disaster. It would light up like that. You press the button. These fans are multi-directional, so the planes are going to run trams. And what happened when they were building this tunnel, they put the planning application in. And they got an objection from the ferries and railways. They said, we can understand you building the longest underwater road tunnel in the world. If you put trams under there, you'll kill our businesses. And they objected and they won. So the engineers said, well, you know, hopefully we can use it for something in the future. If you think about it, in 1934, not many cars running through the tunnel. 1960s, it started to peak and continued to peak. And nowadays, between the 2 tunnels, we get 92,000 vehicles a day. So in the 1960s, he says, you know, that space we were going to run the trams.
I got a question actually.
Yeah, come on, mate.
What type of traffic went through when it was first opened then?
Right. First year of this tunnel,
Yeah.
3,000 vehicles for the first year.
No horse and cart?
No.
No.
Horse and cart. That was per year. Obviously now we're getting between 80 and 90,000
Oh wow.
per day.
Are they ever going to remove the toll?
We talk about the politics of the tolls later. Because it is political.
Because we got the Severn Bridge back home.
Yeah, the Severn Bridge.
And that was
yeah,
free.
It's free now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was quite expensive as well, wasn't it?
6 quid.
6 quid.
6 quid to get to Newport. They should put it back in and just pump the money back into the Welsh economy, but you know.
Should do, no?
Welsh labour is shit anyway. I won't go into that.
All of them as well.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that whistling noise you can hear, that's the exhaust fan on round the corner. So they're doing a lot of work on this one at the moment. But obviously, that's the noise of the traffic. So pollution's getting pulled up into that fan and out through the chimney.
I saw it advertised online actually. I think someone mentioned it on Facebook.
Alright.
Yeah. And I thought it would be something alternative to do for Christmas rather than hang around in the markets blowing my wallet out. Yeah.
I would always stop here now because sometimes when I open this door, you just get a blast of dust in your face.
Vacuum.
Yeah, just wait for Phil to shut that top door and it's like $250,000 glazed brick in this building. It's just the cost of it. You'd never do not like this again.
Does anyone bother cleaning anymore?
Did you see the tiles in the exhaust fan chamber? How dirty
Oh,
it is?
yeah, on the side, yeah. You'd have clean every day really, wouldn't it?
Are you through, Phil?
Sounds like still walking.
That's it. So just to get your bearings, that's our open bay.
Oh,
That's
wow.
pavement level outside now, so we're just going below ground level.
Wow, pavement level. It's like going down the salt mines in Poland. It's like going down the salt mines in Poland. Yeah, have you been to them?
Now we haven't been for a bit, look, it's all open.
Yeah, it goes on forever those days.
What sorts of depth are you talking then?
So it's a wooden staircase as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wood as well.
What sorts of depth are you talking then?
Oh, very deep in it.
It takes a while.
Wow. I don't know where we are, but we're underground now. See some arch. Oh, it's the ground level there.
There's a lake.
Public toilets.
Just about.
You want to get out of it as well? Yeah. Yeah, so we're in our fresh air fan chamber now. We don't hang around in the exhaust fan chamber for too long. But believe it or not, in the 1960s, you're only allowed in there 15 minutes at a time. Today, you reckon you can do an 8-hour shift in that room. You'd want to be doing an 8-hour shift in that room. But it just shows you, it demonstrates how well the tunnels sort of ventilated these days. Behind us here, let's talk about some of the equipment in this room. Right, David Brown and Sons, Huddersfield, England, DBS, famous for Aston Martin cars, yeah, good one. What else? Cheers, Matt. Thanks a lot. He's eating his tea while he's just, you've only got to press a button. These fans are all automated now. So if there wasn't a build-up pollution in the tunnels, these are automated. Yeah, you've got sensors in the tunnel. Next time you drive through the tunnel, you may see like a little red beam. Everyone thinks that's the speed cameras, but there are no speed cameras in the tunnel.
Ooh.
Cars are more efficient now, and the air's cleaner as well.
When we get the tunnels independently tested every so often, and what they come back to us with, the air quality in the tunnel is actually better than walking around some of Liverpool city centre streets.
Oh wow.
Okay, right.
Right where we are now, ladies and gentlemen, the fresh air chamber, as Billy said, a lot cleaner, a lot brighter than when we walked through. That was the exhaust chamber. Think about our building, great big tall chimney, 3/4 of the way down that chimney, it's got shoulders on the building. That's one of the shoulders of the wall in the opposite corner. That fan is now on, and you can probably just feel it now, dragging fresh air from high level. It's coming past us, going round the corner, into that fan. The fan sends us down a 120-foot shaft. Remember that diagram we showed you? The airways underneath the road, it goes into those airways. Once it's in those airways, there's holes drilled. A tunnel there called the Liberty Tunnel. And this tunnel was half a mile long. And what had happened was a rail strike. And everybody jumped in their cars to go to work. The tunnel was chock-a-block with cars, queuing either side. What did we say before? Fumes. There's people in that tunnel falling asleep at the wheel through carbon monoxide poisoning. People running out the tunnel and gasping for their lives. And that report came across to our engineers building this tunnel. They went, wow, that tunnel is only half a mile long. We're building a tunnel 2.13 miles long. We're going to need some serious ventilation. And of course, they didn't know a lot about carbon monoxide, didn't know a lot about much really, didn't know about the combustible engine. So they didn't know what to give us. So what they did is over-engineered everything. So as you've seen around the corner there, the fan is 28 feet in diameter, 25 tons in weight, and it's got a top speed of about 68 revs per minute. Not built for speed, built for pulling power in this case, or pushing power in the exhaust case. And that one fan can pull or push 500,000 cubic feet of air in 1 minute. Now just to give you an idea what that is, think of about 6 or 7 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and amount of air in those space, that one fan can push or pull in a minute. Not only did they give us one fan, there's another fan here. So we've got 2 fresh air fans here, 2 exhaust fans upstairs, we've got 5 working ventilation stations, each with that number of fans in, so an awful lot of capacity to put fresh air into the tunnel and suck the fumes out. When the tunnel was getting built, it was going to cost £6 million. Doesn't sound a lot nowadays, £6 million. When you added the ventilation, it went up to 8 million. You just imagine the boss was going mad, can't you? 2 million just for ventilation, but it was needed. And just to convert that to today's money, about £750 million. We'd never build it like this in the Queensway 4 lane in the same tunnel. You build it more like the Kingsway, 2 separate tubes. Just behind us here, we've got our standby generators. So if we lose national grid on the tunnel, we can run the tunnel through these generators. As long as we've got fuel, which we've got tanks around the corner there, as long as we've got fuel, we can run this tunnel. If that fails, we've got this huge hamster. It's in this cage normally. So just be careful where you sit down. Okay.
It's the hamster eating pigeons.
Any questions?
Loads of feathers there.
Any questions?
So, can you just talk about the costs for like...
Yeah, the hamster is definitely keeping the vermin out. I don't think many people got my joke earlier. They didn't see the feathers on the floor.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But low flying pigeon goes into the fan.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One of the engineers doesn't go oil now. One of the tunnel streets can take over until another engineer can get on site.
I haven't really spoke much on this, but it's fantastic so far.
Right, where we are now then, gents, we're in what we call our modern fresh air chamber, or mid-river fan chamber. Remember we talked before about this used to be an engineer's workshop over there. Because the fan we Well, Merseyside Transport at least called.
It's a nice colour though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But they're pretty much copying Manchester at the moment with the yellow on the buses.
Well, we've always had yellow on the bus shelters here.
Manchester are copying you lot then?
It might be, but you're ahead of us because you're getting the private buses run now, aren't you, rather than private operators.
Right.
We're behind you on that one. So it's
you.
going to be private operators have to bid for the job. Not because private operators, they don't they only run the profitable routes. They won't run the routes they don't make money on.
I got you.
So they're swapping that around, so we tell them what to run and they get paid accordingly.
Sort them out, yeah. This is amazing.
More ones in the front, taller ones in the back.
So I'm assuming the road's above us right now, in between the two buildings?
Yeah.
Shoulder to shoulder.
He's going to explain it.
Smaller ones in the front. Can we see the photo?
Do you want to do one here?
So everyone from there, look at that photo.
You need to see a photo, so we can't. You need to see a photo, so I've got one here.
Okay.
We'll have to follow Billy.
Okay. Right, we will see the photo. Yes. Okay, so where we are now, we've just come out to George Scott building here, and we've now just walked underneath Brunswick Street. So we're now in this first archway here, a series of archways going that way towards the River Mersey. Okay, so behind us here, the foundations of the Cunard buildings, and behind us is the Strand Road. Okay, so what happened? George's Dock, a rectangular sandstone dock, it used to run along the Strand here, down Man Island, past the Pier Head ferry terminal, and up past the larger buildings. We come into disuse in the mid-1800s, and the reason for that was this dock was getting too small to accommodate the boats that were coming in, and also because this was right in the city centre, it was causing problems, so we shut it down. And the only crossing at the time was on the Mersey ferry, so this is before the railway tunnel went underneath the River Mersey. Does anyone know what year the railway tunnel went underneath the river? Yes, the question, you sorry, was the answer.
1920s. 1920s.
1860. Not bad. 1886. So prior to that, anything and everything come across on the ferry. Livestock coming over for sale, for slaughter, in the abattoirs. And if you know the slaughterhouse pub, you know, on Fenwick Street, That's where the abattoirs used to be. So people used to get off the ferry at the Pier Head, walk all the way around this dock and walk into the centre of Liverpool to do the day's business. But what have you done in the early 1900s, just to make it more accessible for people, you put two bridges across the dock, Brunswick Street and Water Street. And what that done, it created three spaces for what we know as the three. This photograph was taken in 1907 on the completion of the Port of Liverpool building. And was taken from the vantage point of St Nick's Church, just across the Strand. The Liver building's come along next, possibly Liverpool's most famous building. What year?
1866.
If this was 1907, seatbelt for your bras at the end. Bit more. Yeah. First elevated electric railway in the world. First elevated railway to have escalators. That was the first electric railway to have an automatic signal system. So the train driver went through a red light with an automatic system in place. Well done, Tommy! And we get all kinds of stuff coming out of here. Yeah, Phil.
What have you got?
A squeaky toy. Right, okay, what we'll do now, we're going to take it in turns. Come and have a little look through this hole. Okay.
Oh wow. So it is.
The river's down there. I don't know whether you can hold your thing over and have a look.
I can't extend it.
Can you?
So Water Street used to be a river, right?
No, we're sat in an old disused dock now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Water Street is the bridge structure to the side of the queue.
Right. Yeah, this is such a good tour. I recommend it. There's fucking eggs there. There's 3 eggs there. Like part of a joke, probably because of the stalactite. Yeah, this is insane. Let's look at how it goes. Now we're going to edit this. Oh, wow.
Underneath the Water Street Bridge.
Did you forget to do your egg joke?
No, that's so what happens is the liver birds come down here in the winter when it's cold.
All right.
And they lay eggs.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, just tell them. Okay, you've just looked through all the arches that way. 17 goes to the river. It's quite a long way to the river. That's where the dock wall used to be. That's George's dock wall that was put in 1771, sandstone dock wall. When we dug it out, we found that timber.
Yeah.
So that's where the boats were tied up in 1771. So just behind there's the 6-lane road, the Strand, which is the beach.
Yeah.
So that's what Billy was trying to prove. The walls is still trying to find its original banks. It'll always try to find its original banks. The 3 graces in front of us actually pumping their basements out all the time because they're a bit nearer the river.
Right. Did Water Street used to be a river? Or am I on about the road next to Simpson's
the water
Church?
used to go right up there somehow.
All right.
Yeah. It must have been just an estuary of it or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over.
Yeah.
Fiver.
A fiver. Making up for lost time, is it?
I think so. I mean, somebody said it's getting so busy. Yeah, it's just have to say.
Yeah.
And of course our wages go up as well.
Oh, of course.
I used to work for them. I was an engineer. So took early retirement for lockdown.
Okay.
Yeah,
ask her to carry on with these. Do they enjoy it? You know, and meeting people and seeing people.
Yeah, well, there's no point asking anyone else when you've got all your knowledge, right?
It used to be very technical at one time. It's lightened it a bit. You can see people's faces clearly, you know.
Oh yeah.
There's too much information technically.
Yeah. Need to interact.
We do like universities and that sort of them. We do it a bit more technical.
Got it. Fantastic.
Okay, so where we are now, that staircase we just walked down, that was one of the original shafts that was dug down by the men on the Liverpool side. You thought you'd be doing this tonight, eh? Right, we hide these glasses out of a Saturday night if anyone's interested. No, I had the messy job of going to Tenerife for these a few weeks ago, didn't I, Phil? Only for a week. Yeah, it was only for a week. The weather was
Some real health and safety. The lanes in this tunnel are only 9 foot wide. Compare that with Kingsway, they're 12 foot wide. We've taken all heavy goods vehicles off this tunnel, except buses, as British Transport Authority. But we still get white box vans, okay? And with their wing mirrors, they're 10 foot wide. Okay, so you don't have to be a mathematician here. You're going to be right on the road edge, 9 foot lane, 10 foot vehicle comes along, what mustn't we do?
Lean out.
Don't lean out, don't put your hands out, don't put your heads out. Because if you do, me and Billy are going to have to work very late tonight and explain where all the hats have gone. And we don't want any more ghosts, and we don't want any more ghosts.
So we have rats in one of our tunnels. Which tunnel? And why? Take your time, we've only got a 50-50 on the tunnels here.
This tunnel is because of the water. This tunnel because of the water.
Nope. I would say the Kingsway Tunnel leaked worse than this tunnel actually. So why do we have rats in the Kingsway Tunnel and none in here? Just give it away. We got a great answer a few years ago. Someone said it's quite obvious why they don't come in this tunnel. I said, go on then, what's the answer? He said, because you've got cat's eyes on the road today. But it wasn't the answer. So why have we got rats in the Kingsway? Nope. Give in? Oh no, you've got to give these a chance when these come. Don't think too deep on this. Is it warmer? Shallower? No.
Someone feed them over the night though.
You get warm.
Yeah.
It's getting warm. It is shorter. That's got nothing to do with it. But lead.
Yeah.
The Kingsway Tunnel. Asbestos. When we put new lighting in the Kingsway Tunnel about 10 years ago, they were taking all the cabling, because they still have a little bit of cabling above road deck level, putting it underneath, and they discovered asbestos. So that all had to be taken out before they could do the rewire job. And obviously, the cost then just escalated, you know.
If they need an estimate, because we found that if you mix it in with old plaster, nobody notices it.
No.
Just go to the edge there and up down the stairs. Just go to the edge from there, right, to this room. You go that way.
Yep.
Go back to the
Oh wow. Check this out. Oh my god. This is insane. It's quite quiet down here though. So you probably can't hear me, but we're actually in the Queensway Tunnel right now. This is insane. I just saw a policeman on their phone going through the tunnel and naughty, naughty. Saw a policewoman on his phone driving a van.
A policewoman
on his phone driving in a van.
Do you know what it was?
I called her in the corner of my eye. I was like, what? She was like,
yeah, but that's what they were saying. The one's 9 and the other's 12.
Right, okay. What we're going to do now, we're going to take you down underneath the road deck of the tunnel. Please just be careful as we walk down these stairs. These stairs are quite steep, and also can we use the right hand handrail as you go down. Okay, please do not use the left hand handrail because the lights are on the left hand side and they're really low. Was it last week, Phil? Last week someone didn't listen, attempted to walk down the left hand side, and believe it or not, he got a bit light-headed. So please, can we walk down the right hand side? Right, it's a bit of a walk now to Refuge G, so it's a bit of a mission. Let's keep up, come on.
we should accept it.
Not that one.
Oh wow. So this is underneath the road.
So that fresh air fan goes down a shaft behind us here. It hits these walls behind us here, which we call our banana walls. And basically they're designed and shaped like that to divert some of the fresh air down this airway, follow the tunnel round to the other side, send fresh air down the far airway, and now we get fresh air up onto the road deck. You'll see holes bored into the underside of the road deck to take fresh air up into the tunnel above. But as you can see here, a lot of the holes are boarded up, and the reason for that is we don't want to lose all our fresh air in one go. We've got to try and get this fresh air to the centre of the tunnel to meet the fresh air coming back from the Pier Head side. So as we walk further down, when we go underneath the river section, you'll see a lot more holes appearing to allow the fresh air to get into the centre of the tunnel, the hardest part to ventilate. Okay? What we're going to do now, we're going to
wow. That's crazy.
White box there you can see that runs between Liverpool and Pier Head. That contains 600 high voltage cables. And there is basically standing oil moving down. Just down the middle here we can see a little bit of water. We have a 30-inch gas main running to monitor it. When this tunnel was getting built, it was given a life of 100 years. It had its 1930. In 2005, that was
It's a safe space.
Take a seat. Oh, reach up.
I thought it was going to be way smaller.
We will explain.
Take a seat, this is your last opportunity before we head back up.
The benches down here, we've got under-seat heating down here. So obviously if you come down here in the depths of winter and it was really, really cold, we'd actually consider putting the heating on, wouldn't we, Phil?
We would.
But obviously we were all aware of the energy bills, the prices. So what is it now, Phil?
Minus 10 before we put it on.
You sit down so we can...
How often are these actually used?
What do you want to tell them?
Tuesday night, Wednesday night,
Tuesday.
Thursday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon.
How many emergencies have you had where they practically used?
One.
I knew what I meant.
When was that?
Yeah. We hope it's the biggest waste of money we've ever spent. Because if there is something going on, there's an emergency. So it was in the next refuge along. Fortunately, it was about 15 years ago now, I think. It was about 8 o'clock at night, the tunnel was quite quiet. A crash in the tunnel. One of the cars was dual fuel and they were worried about the gas or the LPG exploding. So they evacuated, it was only about 30 people evacuated into the next refuge along. The fire service and the police looked at the vehicles, said they were okay, towed them out, and people were back on their own vehicles within about 40 minutes. And that's the last time we used it. 15 years.
So, where most of the money was spent was on our communication system. So what would happen is, as soon as these green doors are activated, or on the road deck up above, the big green box structure, you go through the doors, they're activated, sets an alarm off in the tunnel's police control room. One of the police officers will come on the screen, come and talk to you, tell you what's happening, how long you're likely to be down here, if anyone needs any first aid, and all the confusion on the road deck. Okay, we've got one of these in each of the 7 refuges underneath the river section. Okay, how would you come into this safety refuge? Obviously, that's the way we would take you out. Okay, and for the observant ones amongst us, have we had anything tonight, Phil? What you'll notice is these green doors aren't fire doors because they don't need to be fire doors. Because where we are now, below the road deck of this tunnel, we're in a fresh air bubble, so no smoke or fire can actually get down here. So that's why they're not fire doors. And in fact, they're probably just as safe to stand outside. But obviously the whole idea of these is to corral people together, and more importantly, communicate with people to let them know what's happening. So how you come into this refuge is behind that green door. Isn't who you think it is it? There's actually a ramp that brings you down from the road deck into the tunnel. So all these refuges are all DDA compliant, so we get wheelchair users down here, prams, buggies. Obviously once people are down here, we've got a problem. And that's where the fire service and the tunnels police will come down to assist. There's a number of ways on the road deck up above how we'd alert you to get out of your car and make your way down here in an emergency. How would we do that? how would we alert you to get out your car?
Lights.
Lights, yeah. So the big green box structures on the side of the road deck would all start flashing and putting you into the door. We've got a loudspeaker system, trust me, it is loud. And we've also got, the tunnels have got a leaky feed system that can break into your car radio, tell you to slow down. DJ, blockbuster films.
Ooh.
Wow. James Bond.
Italian job, no?
You said that? Fast and Furious, which one?
7.
Oh.
Six.
5.
Well, Fast and Furious 6 was filmed in here. And we can only let people to film in here of at night time when the tunnel's closed for maintenance. That's part of the deal with that film, is they resurfaced all the tunnel for us. Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1 was filmed in here. Now in the film, it's actually depicted as a Dartford tunnel, but they wanted to film it in our tunnel, because obviously we're half the price of what they charge. No, 4 lanes in one tube is quite unique, so it's a lot easier to do the filming. So they say again, they filmed in here of a night time when it was closed for maintenance, and they give us £25,000, didn't they?
Yeah, we had a great night house.
Yeah, you should have asked for a percentage of the stake.
No, that actually went to, look back, we'll squash that right away. That went to our charity of the year, which was Clear House on the Whittle. So they got the money for that. And the most recent film? Batman?
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
But we don't call it the Batman. No, we call it their Batman. It's like the Asda. Yeah.
Heading back up now. It's very dark in here. This camera's doing really well.
Is that serious?
He's a bugger. I think they made the tour, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
fantastic,
yeah,
yeah.
really good. Yeah, they're like a comedy act, aren't they?
Yeah.
Morecambe Wise. Really good.
It's interesting though, because you take the tunnel for granted, don't you? You don't realise just
what's underneath the road.
Yeah.
Your
And what it else comes to.
Right, so.
Oh, well done, Jay.
Oh shit.
Right, we'll wait for everybody.
That'll be great. We've actually gone back to number 1, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're actually the best tour to do on Merseyside.
These are the sorts of Billy and Wally of the tunnel world.
Is it just you two that do the tour as well?
No.
Ah, but are the others is
Well, if you've enjoyed the tour, we like a little bit of a name check if you go on TripAdvisor. Okay, Billy and Phil. If you haven't enjoyed the tour, it's Alison and Ryan.
But it's their script.
No, joking aside, if you can leave us a little review on TripAdvisor, that'd be great. Right, are we ready for the last push?
Yeah.
Come on, last few stairs.
Well, you come up with Billy and Phil.
So that was absolutely fantastic. Probably the best 12 quid I've ever spent. And found out the person who designed this was a massive fan of Egyptian stuff, because recently, while they were building this, they discovered Tutankhamun. And there we go. Whew, that was 2 hours long, so I hope this video turns out alright for you guys. I don't think it's going to be over an hour because I didn't record everything, but please let me know in the comments below how you found the video, and obviously leave a like if you did enjoy it. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Oh, don't forget there's merch on my merch store at the moment. There's only a few items left. I'm not going to restock now until next year, but there's a couple of items left. Ooh. You know, I'm really taken back by that experience. It was so good. I've seen people do videos on Facebook as well. That's what helped me discover about the tours down here. But doing it yourself, you've got to do it yourself. It's like what Mike says, if you're not there to smell his arse, then he never farted at all. Can't believe it. We was underneath this, literally right underneath this. So yeah, just a couple of facts about the tunnel. The King opened it, and it's called Queensway. Queen's Tunnel. And the King opened the other tunnel, and they called it Queen's Tunnel. No, the Queen opened the King's Tunnel, and the King opened the Queen's Tunnel. That's where it was. Ooh. Tired. So they say there's only 25 to 30 years left on the tunnel as well. So they might end up building another tunnel here with the money raised from the tolls. The tunnel is actually lined with lead as well, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I'm so tired. Make sure you read the description of this video. There's probably stuff that I've missed out. But if you are in Liverpool, check out the Queensway Tunnel Tours for £12. Anyway, I'm going to head down to the Pier Head now because I am really thirsty. So yeah, when I roll the end credits on this video, stick around, because if I do record any bonus clips, they will be put on this video after the outro. So thanks for watching. Peace. Bonus clips. Let's go and get a drink. Look at that. I'm looking for a bar, but I can't see any. Anyway, this is the extension of the Liverpool Christmas markets down here, right by the Pier Head. No bars. That's crazy.
Right, here we go.
This is going to be nuts. It was here a couple of years ago, this was, but you wouldn't see me go up there. That's only halfway up. Wow. Decided not to go up, you know? I wouldn't do that, mate. Not in a million years.
Anything that can go on a truck, I don't truck.
I know, you could fly off. That is insane. That is nuts. Anyway, see you all next in the next video. Peace.